A lot of Star Wars news to go over. We're going to talk about some new stuff with the game, Star Wars Outlaws, which comes out, I think, next week. We're really close to seeing how that actually does. A lot of eyes on that one. And then we have some ratings. Apparently, the new cope was that people were waiting to binge watch the show. That didn't happen. And then this salt from these people once again saying, oh, well, the real reason that the show failed was because of these toxic fans, when in reality, that's not the case. They're trying to frame it up, though, because, you know, it's always the fans. And this is a strategy that's worked so many times. What a winning strategy it is, blaming fandom. The reality is that a lot of people weren't interested in this poor man's CW Arrowverse knockoff with a Star Wars twist. Nobody wanted this. You successfully got some of the weirdest people online to engage with it. Engagement online was up because people liked to write fan fiction about these characters getting it on. However, most Star Wars fans, I got to tell you, really aren't interested in that. And the show failed miserably. Lowest watched show yet for Star Wars on Disney Plus. Lowest one yet, ratings-wise. And that's because the show sucks. It never screams Star Wars, and it never will attract real Star Wars fans. You might have got the shippers, but you lost the fans along the way. Here's another article blaming fans from the Los Angeles Times. The Acolyte broke new ground. Why its cancellation is bad news for the future of Star Wars. You can't turn Star Wars into the Arrowverse. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. And you can gaslight them, attack them all you want. It's not going to work. All you're doing is losing them. You can't shame them into liking your sloppy shit. Sorry. Here's the deputy online editor for Empire crying, so sad about the Acolyte, spilled my guts on it all here. And then we have reality. So the Acolyte fades from Nielsen charts following season final. Fans didn't end up binge watching the series because the cope was that, oh, well, everyone's going to come in and binge watch it. They're just waiting to binge watch it. They're excited. They just want to watch it all in one go. Just get ready for that because the ratings are going to explode once all the episodes are out. And they didn't. They didn't. The show is embarrassing for Disney, and nothing's going to change that. July 22nd through 28th, nothing. No Acolyte. No one showed up for it. Probably because it's an awful show. And after the curious cringe factor was out and everyone saw how bad it was in the first 2 or 3 episodes, they all dipped. They said, oh, once again, we're not getting Star Wars. And they left. So the real fun stuff that's happening is apparently they're going to start canceling some of this garbage, like the High Republic, which has been a disaster. Keep in mind, this is rumor. This is not a confirmed thing, but it is coming from WDW Pro, who I think puts out some good stuff. And he says that someone told him that they're axing it. According to our sources, the High Republic is coming to an end. The people that we are talking to are saying to us that it is looking like Disney is ready to pull the plug on the High Republic, and the Acolyte being canceled is just the beginning of that. But it is also the catalyst of it, he added. So basically for years, Disney has been building towards putting the High Republic on the small screen and then the big screen eventually, and so they had to roll out the young adult novels, which did not do very well. They were on the New York Times bestseller list. By the way, that doesn't mean anything because you basically have to pay your way on there. So New York Times, that's my opinion, and I'm keeping it. Disagree if you like. It's subjective. No, he's not wrong there. I don't believe, it's been a while since I've read anything about that, so don't take it as gospel, but I believe he's right. Like, it doesn't, you could have a book that outsells everything on the New York Times, and they could just choose not to put it on there because they don't want to. It's different qualifiers that get you on that list. So, yeah, he's not wrong there. But things did not go well for the High Republic, he continued. We've documented that over the years quite significantly. Barnes & Nobles, for example, was putting High Republic novels on the floor, and that was because they let them put those Dark Empire books on the shelves because those would sell. Yeah, it's really funny. I would love to see someone break down the sales because they've re-released the Legends books. Some of them have been re-released, and they put them under a Legends banner. And those sell out like crazy. Those books people are actually interested in. I wish they would just put all those books back out. If you want to watch what happens after Return of the Jedi, you can't. But you can read about it in the Legends books. So there's a lot in here. One thing that I thought was really funny is they're talking about how the latest issue of the High Republic sold 60,000 units. It's probably lower than that, bro. It's probably much lower than that. In fact, I guarantee you it's lower than that. We could actually break that down, kind of. We'll never get an actual number because they don't release numbers anymore. But I bet you 60,000 is they're being generous with those numbers. It's probably much lower than that. So Star Wars, the High Republic, ending. I do believe that it's coming to an end because it's been a failure. Nobody gives a shit about the High Republic. And next week, we're going to get to see that game come out, Outlaws. They released a new trailer. Everyone's already roasting it in the comments of the videos I was watching, and everyone's roasting it again online because we got some new looks at Ma'am Solo. I'm sure that this game is going to just blow the doors off of the sales charts for sure, yeah? I'm really looking forward to this game's release because if this game fails, that's going to be a big L for not just Star Wars, also for Ubisoft and DEI in general. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, another bad day for Star Wars. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.